Hello and welcome to my support solution YouTube channel. In this video session, we will learn about release procedure for purchase order in SAP. But before we start, if you have not yet subscribed to our My Support Solutions YouTube channel, then click on the subscribe button, click on the bell icon and select all notifications to get the latest and free updates after every new video upload. If you like our video, then please click on the like button. Also, share our videos. Now we'll start our topic. So first we'll take example and then we'll do practical. Our company is ABC Limited. We have one plant 1000. This is our plant code. Now our requirement is whenever we create a purchase order, if the value of that purchase order is less than or equal to 1000 EUR, then warehouse manager will release the purchase order. Likewise, if the purchase order value is in between 1001 to 5000 EUR, then warehouse manager and assistant manager will release the purchase order. And in case of order value greater than 5000, then all these three persons, means warehouse manager, assistant manager and material manager, all of these three persons should release the purchase order. uh, for this video we have set the criteria as plant, purchasing organization and order value. Now for this warehouse manager person, we will create one group 04. In this group only warehouse manager will be available. Then in 05 group, warehouse manager plus assistant manager, and in 06 group, warehouse manager, assistant manager and material manager. So 04 belongs to warehouse manager, 05 group belongs to warehouse manager and assistant manager, and 06 will be for these three. We will create this group later on in our practical session. Uh, in our practical sessions, we will follow these 6 steps one by one. First is edit characteristics for plant, purchasing or purchasing organization and order value. So now we will do practical one by one. So our first step is edit characteristics. Click on execute. Z plant. First characteristic will be for plant, second will be for purchasing organization, third will be for order value. So first Z plant, click on create. Now click on additional data. We will fetch the data from CEKKO table, and field name for plant in this table CEKKO is WERKS. Press enter. Format taken data, format data taken from ABAP dictionary. Description is automatically available now. Plant status is release because we want to use these characteristics for our plant. Number of characteristics 4, single value is okay for us. Then in values tab, give the value for your plant 1000 is our plant code. Restrictions class type will be 032, that is release strategy, and we will save this first characteristic, that is Z plant. Now second characteristic will be Z value. Enter. Click on additional data. We can give here manually also, but we will directly fetch the data from the respective table and field name. Field name will be GNATW. Enter. Continue. Enter a currency. Currency will be the EUR. Description is also there. Number of characters 15. Currency will be EUR. We will select here multiple values as activate internal values allowed, so that system will give the option to 3 values based on our criteria. Okay, interval values allowed activation is in restrictions. Restrictions class type is 032, and In values we will give the required three values: less than equal to 1000, let us say less than equal to, oh sorry, I mentioned is greater than, less than equal to 1000 first. Second is from 1001 to 5000, and last allowed values is greater than 5000. So these are the three values, okay, based on our example. Now we will save the second characteristic, that is z value. Now the last one characteristics is ZORG, that is based on our purchasing organization. Table name is CEKKO and field name will be uh, EKORG for purchase organization. Continue. This is okay, no change required over here for our video purpose. Character value is 1000, this is our plant code. Additional data, restrictions, class type 032, and save the characteristic. Now we have completed our first step, that is edit characteristic. Now second will edit class, means here in second step we will group these three characteristics into a separate code. Click on execute. Any code, let's say zsum. Click on create. Class type should be the 032, that is a release strategy. Execute. Description, zsum release value doc2. Click on char characteristic tab. Here we will give the characteristics which we have already defined one by one. Z plant first category, first characteristic, sorry. Second is Z value. Now third is Z org. Press enter. Okay, so here is a description, respective description. Text etc. not required. Save. So we have saved the, or we have created the class. Now third step, define release procedure for purchase orders. Define the release procedure for purchase orders. Now here click on execute. Double click on release groups. First step. No entries found. Click on new entries. Here we will create a group, that is, let's say here like 04, 05 and 06. Release group 04, 05 and 06, and our class is ZSum, which we have created in earlier step, ZSum. So means we link this class to our release group. First is 04 release group is for warehouse manager. Second is for assistant manager, and third release group will be material manager. Okay. See, we refer to our example release group. Now save and continue. So first step we have completed release group. Now second is release codes. All these steps are part of this define release procedure for purchase orders. Then double click on release codes. In earlier step, click on new entries. In earlier step we have already defined the release groups. Now we'll 04, 05 and 06. So select one by one 04, and code for warehouse manager. See the code for warehouse manager, it let's say P1. Okay, P1 for warehouse manager, or we can say okay fine 04, we'll keep a K4, any code. This code is not standard. Okay, warehouse manager 05 group, second group is 05. So in 04 group there will be only one person, that is warehouse manager. Now in 05 two persons, warehouse manager plus assistant manager. So 05 group, 05 group warehouse manager, and then we will mention K5 as assistant manager. Now third and last group is 06. 06 group will be for material manager, and this group will belongs to three persons: warehouse manager, assistant manager and material manager. So K4 K5 is already defined. Now just a minute, 06 K6, K6 for material manager, warehouse manager and assistant manager code will be same, like K4 K4, K5 K5. Okay, now material manager, so we have defined this. Okay, save, continue. Data was saved. So this is our second step. Now third step, release indicator. Double click on release indicator. In our for our video purpose, we'll not make any change over here. If required, we can change later on, like the status will be, initial status of the PO will be B, that is blocked, and after release the status will be R, that is release. And whether this document or whether this PO will be changeable or not, that we can select from here. uh, After release, this is status is R, means uh, after release of the PO it cannot be changed. This is a status. We can change as per our requirement, so no need to change anything over here for our video purpose. Then double click on release strategies. Double click on release strategies. No entries found. Click on the new entries. We will create strategies one by one for our three groups. Execute 04, 05 and 06. Warehouse manager group. Strategy code will give 04. This is not a standard code. For better understanding, we are giving the same code as of release group. Warehouse manager. Only one person will be in this group, that is warehouse manager. Okay, click on release prerequisites. There is no release prerequisites. Continue. Release status, block and release. So initial status of the PO should be blocked at the time of creation of a PO, and after release the status will be released. So R. Classification will select the values. Plant, one plant, 1000. Total net order value will be less than or equal to 1000. Okay, based on our example, less than or equal to 1000. Warehouse manager will release the PO. Continue. And purchase organization 1000. We'll select 1000 as our purchasing organization. Take back, save, continue. Then data was saved. Click on next entry. Same procedure for group 05 and 06 both, but here we'll mention the different code or for release strategy. Oh, just a minute here. Okay, take back. Now 05 for assistant manager, and there will be two codes, 04 and 05 in 05 group, because we will select one by one, just like our hierarchy, warehouse manager and assistant manager. Release prerequisites. So release prerequisites for K5, that is for warehouse for assistant manager. First warehouse manager should release the purchase order. So we will select the K5. Click on continue, release status. Initial status will be block. After, let's say, warehouse manager release the purchase order, then also the status of the PO will be blocked, and when assistant manager will also release the PO, then the status of the PO will change to R, that is release. Continue. Classification, we will select plant 1000. Value, that will be second, that is in between 5000, in between 1001 to 5000 EUR. Continue. Purchasing organization 1000. Take back and save. Click on next entry. 06. 06 is material manager. Release strategy will keep the same code, material manager. Release codes one by one. See, in our example, uh, warehouse manager, assistant manager, and materials manager. We will select the codes K4, K5, and K6 one by one. K4, K5, and K6. Click on release prerequisites. For K6, that is for assistant manager, prerequisite is K4 and K5. Means first warehouse manager, then assistant manager should release the purchase order, then material manager can release the purchase order. For K6, K4 and K5 is the prerequisite, and for K4, for K5, K4 is a release prerequisite. So we will activate this K5 and K6. Click on continue. Release status. R status release for all of these three. Click on continue. Classification, like earlier release strategy, will select the respective values. For plant, total net order value is now here greater than 5000 EUR. Then purchasing organization 1000. Take back, save. Data was saved. So all these steps are, we have done all these steps. Now last two steps are remaining: create purchase order and individual release. So all these steps are, workflow is not required for our video. Okay, click on new session. In we'll use transaction code ME21N to create a purchase order. Double click on ME21N. I did this transaction code in favorites. Vendor code 1000. Organization data, purchasing organization 1000, company code 1000, and purchasing group also we have to give. Purchasing group is 1000, 100. Material code is 100-100. PO quantity we will keep 1. Okay, and we will release the PO by using the K4, that is warehouse manager strategy. We'll click on the check button. Expand header, and now see this, there is a tab for release strategy. Click on this. So we'll able to check. See, there is a code K4 for warehouse manager, and based on the purchase order value, K4 code, that is warehouse manager, will or should release the purchase order. Okay, status is release possible. It will be based on the purchase order value. Okay, now we'll save this purchase order. purchase order number 4500017255. Create another session. We can use a transaction code ME29N or menu path. We will go by menu path. Purchasing, purchase order, release, ME29N individual release. Release 255. Enter. Now click on release statutory button, and here there is the option of release. So click here. Now the purchase order released effected with release code K4, that is warehouse manager. Okay. Now save. So purchase order status is now R, that is release. So this is how we can configure release procedure for purchase order in SAP. Our next video will be on collective release. So that's all for now in this video. Thank you for watching. Keep in touch and bye bye.